Single people, what is like being in the dating scene nowadays? Months and months of online dating where you're spending money, going on first dates, trying your best, and nothing is happening. Then you start to consider maybe it's you or you have so much dating fatigue that you need a break. But then you meet someone and hit it off super quickly right before you delete the app or take a break from dating. But things are moving so quickly that it's suspicious, so you fuck it up or get ghosted or they fuck it up. In my 20s, anxiety-filled fun but no idea what I was doing. Now in my late 30s, it's yo, are we doing this? I gotta teach in the morning, so I need time to both get to know you and also create lesson plans. And if there's a possibility of banging, I need to schedule that in too. More hyper-focused, more present, more meaningful when there is time to date, and I'm way better at sex that it becomes a joyous activity rather than a chore. I stopped dating in my early 50s, because I got sick of women in their 40s early 50s, still trying to shit test you, not listen to your requirements for a relationship, and test your limits, or try to boss you around even in your own home, and size up your worth by the size of your wallet and what assets you have. So I'd hate to see how bad it's become now, because I haven't dated in years. 28M. I'm on 10 dating apps, yes 10. Lots of matches but few messages. Never have had a relationship but I'm still hopeful. Have had sex twice in my life. I go out to EDM events a lot but have not met anyone I'm interested in. I've recently been talking to chatbots and posting on Reddit a lot to stave off the loneliness. TBH, I really like talking to the chatbots. Horrible. I'm 24M but present as 18 or 20. So women my age ignore me, but I occasionally get hit on by high school girls. If I approach a woman in public, I'm a creep, but if I match with a woman in Bumble or Hinge, they don't respond. What am I supposed to do? Doesn't help I live in a small town of 7,500 ppl, but might try and move to medium or large city in a year. I went on like 60 first dates in the last 2 years. I'm a really fit guy that takes good pics, so getting matches and dates is easy for me, but man, I am so burned out. When I schedule a date I'm not excited for it at all. I've had the same convos over and over again. And I just can't get myself to care or pretend to care. I'm gonna take a long break. Gonna vary from person to person, but for me, a little frustrating. Tried some online dating, and while to an extent it's been more successful than I'd expected in that I've matched with a number of people greater than 0, nothing substantial has come of it. Except for one 2-month relationship which I then realized just wasn't what I was after. Everyone tells me I should end my 10-year relationship because I deserve better, but then I read threads like this and realize my options are stay with who I'm already with as long as possible, or just start being alone forever now. It's terrifying, a nightmare. People seem so disconnected and unenthusiastic that it's frankly disheartening. Not to mention the people showing up looking nothing like their pictures, or having some insane sob story about why their life is so hard. Single mom of 2 here. Literally terrible. Good enough to sleep with but not good enough for a relationship. Every time. I deleted the apps for good. I'll never let anyone disrespect me like that again. It's like a wasteland of wannabe influencers. I just want a nice person who I enjoy spending time with doing the simple things. Then if things go well we can do more exciting and expensive things. Something I saw on Reddit that I laughed and agreed with was that online dating for women is like trying to find fresh water in a swamp, and for men it's like trying to find fresh water in a desert. I haven't had any trouble getting dates. But I'm tired of the expectation that I have to put in 90 effort just to get 10 back. The ones that do put in effort turn batshit crazy after 3 weeks. It sucks. I've tried traditional means, dating apps, dating websites, and even attempted at an office fling. Nothing. It feels like it is impossible to find any partners in this day and age. Everyone is always looking for something better, no one seems to be able to hold a conversation, and my god, it's nearly impossible to get someone to meet you in person. It's really hard to trust people in monogamous relationships today, that's a big thing in my opinion. Everyone's in 3 different talking phases at any given moment. To be honest, it's quite boring. Man shrugging. It's become like fast-moving fashion where what's trending is more important than who you're with. Man face-bombing, man tipping hand. Full of desperate people with no standards. People who don't even ask for dates, they want you to come over, or worse, invite themselves over. It fucking sucks. There's no more gender roles and even being a gentleman doesn't take me anywhere anymore. They mostly want sex honestly. It depends on what you want. It has never been easier to get laid, it has never been harder to have a meaningful relationship. I'm not single anymore, but when I used to say it was like looking for a piece of hay in a needle stack. Lots of pricks. People are flaky as fuck. They aren't trying or putting effort in. Not willing to have honest conversations. I stay on the sidelines and wait for a miracle. I'll probably be single until I die. Many of us, including myself, aren't even in the dating scene to begin with. I haven't dated in 40 years. Friends with benefits rules the danger now. Terrible, I've basically given up. Forever alone club, lol. You either catch a great white shark or you get eaten by one. Social media really warped people's expectations for dating. Don't know, I haven't dated in 20 years, been single for 15.